Okay?
Yep.
All ready?
Yep.
Oh, good. Good morning and welcome to...
Sunday Chat!
Yeah,
It's Sunday.
it is Sunday. Sunday morning. What time is it?
Sunday Chat time!
You know, people have watched that promo now
Which one?
and they're probably...
The one where I keep on going,
No!
Sunday Chat!
And they're probably, they probably had enough of that now. I think.
Sunday Chat!
There is an off switch somewhere. I've not found it yet.
Oh dear.
So, what are we talking about? Oh, we've got a list.
Very bright today.
Very bright. Well, it's modern. It's modern and street.
It looks like a bit of tatty old cotton.
Well, it doesn't on camera.
Looks as though you're going to be doing lollipop lady duties later.
Lollipop lady?
Yeah.
What about lollipop ma'am? Ma'am? Lollipop ma'am.
Lollipop.
That's a new character, isn't it?
Lollipop ma'am. Lollipop ma'am.
She worked the lollipops for years.
We can do a jingle.
It's a bit like Mrs. Brown, isn't it? It'd be like that. Lollipop ma'am.
Mrs. Brown? Who's Mrs.
You know,
Brown?
Mrs. Brown, that programme that we never watch because we don't find it funny. You know, Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Now I've said it three times,
yeah.
thus promoting it. When we don't watch, I just don't find it funny. No, it's not my kind of humour.
That's not my kind of humour.
I didn't sound like that.
You did in my head.
God knows what goes on in your head, Paul. It's a very skewed view of the world.
I think it's a very good view of the world.
So,
Lollipop man, lollipop man.
ma'am.
Lollipop man gets in her van.
Oh, she doesn't get in a van. She walks to where she does the lollipops.
Lollipop man.
Is she a lollipop lady?
Man.
Or is she a purveyor of fine lollipops?
Or is she both?
Both. Or neither.
Mm.
She could just live in a world of lollipops.
Lollipop.
Yeah, stop that now. I've had enough.
Doesn't get in her van.
No, she doesn't. Just stop now with that character because you're giving people ideas. Somebody will trademark that and have it before you know it.
Trademark registered.
Yes, copyright Richard and Paul. Lollipop ma'am.
Lollipop ma'am.
Shush!
Lollipop. I'm getting the jingle out there.
I don't care.
Do you remember when we both worked in, tried to work in music?
There is no try, only do.
You used to post a song to yourself, didn't you?
To copyright it. Yeah, that's right. Of course, now we've got the days of... Yeah, you post the cassette. A cassette. Children, if you don't know what a cassette is, look it up on Google. Cassettes.
I remember
lovely.
going to I think it was Harbottle and Lewis.
Yes,
years
I
and
went
years
there
ago,
too.
and saw some of the top music lawyers in the country. Because I was managing a band years and years ago, and it wasn't successful. Well, it could have been successful.
It wasn't successful.
It could have been if anyway. That's a different story.
Very hard business.
And we said, well, we're really concerned about copyrighting our work. What do we do? Blah blah blah. And they said, record it on a cassette and post it to yourself.
And date it.
Yeah, so the postmark would be dated.
But of course, in today's digital world, we all have the original copies of things.
We do, sort of. Yeah.
Well, it is. It's digitally marked with its creation on your computer. So, that can be used to prove you own the work.
Maybe you need to post your computer to yourself.
Just taking it a step too far.
In a big box.
No. Anyway, yes, Lollipop Ma'am, creation of Richard and Paul, copyright 2019.
We're going to have to come up with a jingle.
I've
done the Lollipop Man bit.
It's a children's series, isn't it?
Yes, I've just
Really?
written the whole series.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Don't say anything more. Keep it to yourself. That's what my mother always used to say, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, but if you keep everything to yourself...
Not everything.
Oh, right, okay.
Ideas. Creativity. What?
What's that up there?
What is it?
In the little brick where there's no brick?
Is it a what? In the what? Oh, that's a Buddha. It's been there for years, Paul.
Yeah, it's Buddha, yeah.
It's been there for probably 5 years. And you've never noticed it?
I have noticed
design
it,
feature.
but it just crept into my head, so I had to ask the question.
Are you going to be on automatic pilot this morning?
No, I'm going to...
You never notice my design features, do you?
Well, that's the good thing about design features, isn't it?
Yeah.
They should just flow.
And you're talking over me now, aren't you, continually? Lord and Lady Tittington noticed it when they came.
Mm-hmm.
Tittington Smythe, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anyway.
The Tittingtons, we don't talk about the Tittingtons. They're near distant cousins of the Tittington Smythes. Not very well respected.
Do you want to do this show on your own now?
No, I'll zip my again.
So, one of the first things we wanted to say was to give a shout out to Samantha 8 and Nicholas 7.
8 and 7.
They know who they are, and apparently they are our biggest fans. So
Uber fans.
Samantha 8, Nicholas 7. And this is just for you, special, something very special just for you. Paul, tell me, one of the foods that I hate.
Okra.
That was for you guys. I know that's your preferred pose that I do. There we are. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a lovely day. From Richard and Paul.
He's Richard.
Yes.
I'm Paul.
So what we got on the agenda today, Paul? The weather. Yesterday.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, gosh. The wind. Really? I mean, I kept going out there and shouting, you know.
Did you?
Yes, out the front, going, oh, for goodness sake. And I thought to myself, it's futile, it's not going to make any difference. No, the reason I was doing that is it kept blowing over the tree in the pot. The magnolia.
Oh, magnolia.
Kept going over. And I had to water it twice to give it some weight to stop the wind from blowing. Because everything's got leaves on now.
Everything got leaves on now.
Everything's got leaves on now.
Everything has got leaves on now.
I know, it's so annoying because it's like a sail.
It is a sail.
Catches the wind, so things in pots go over. The umbrella went over in the back garden as well. Went over in the wind. I had to run out. I said, oh, for goodness sake, please give it a break. And I was really annoyed because it was just too windy.
I was working on the plot. Getting on and doing
you see,
stuff.
You were missing all the action.
I wasn't running about going, goodness sake. Oh, actually, one of my windmills, I had to go into your work.
What, it flew over?
It flew over.
Where was it?
It was just
over the fence.
Over the fence.
Yeah.
But our allotment backs onto where Richard works. And
I can shout over the fence to Paul. Paul!
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah. And I can be very quiet, not reply. Obviously it being picked up in the wind, and I thought, where on earth is it? And I had to climb onto something to look over the fence because I can't see over that fence. I'm not tall enough.
That's right.
So, but that's the point of the fence. And I had to go in, and the gates were open.
What time was it?
I don't know.
What day was
morning.
it?
Saturday.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe somebody was due.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody was
giving
maybe
birth.
What? Maybe a transport had gone in or something. I don't know what their schedule is. So,
well, it's Saturday. That's not a day you work anymore.
Well, no, but somebody could have been picked up.
Yeah.
There could have been an emergency. I don't know. I work next to a short break respite unit where people stay, and I don't know their schedules. So somebody could have been coming and going.
Yeah.
We're supposed to close the gate at night for them.
We do close the gate.
I do.
The person who closed the gate on Friday night really clanked it, didn't lift the things up. It went clank, 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 clank.
Oh, well, there's nothing I can do about that. Anyway, next. Weather, yes.
Yeah.
It's over now. Storm Miguel, apparently.
I didn't actually see any storm warnings about high winds.
No,
but it was really rain. Rain.
They gave warnings for rain, but no wind.
No, and there was more wind than rain. It rained on Friday, didn't it?
Well, I mean, essentially, it was quite a lovely day yesterday.
Well, Vivi had rain.
Well, we didn't.
We had a couple of weeks ago. We had quite heavy rain, and southeast London didn't, and it seemed to be the reverse yesterday.
Lots of clouds.
Did
scudding
you do
across.
a video?
I did a video. It's on Instagram and Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, /Richard and Paul. On Facebook. Hashtag.
And on Instagram?
Hashtag Richard and Paul.
That really is quite vibrant. That yellow.
I thought you were talking about me. I thought maybe I'd...
Are you trying to pull camera by having that on? I should have something around, maybe I should
I don't have to wear a fluorescent scarf to pull camera. The camera naturally loves me. It's a well-known fact.
Naturally sort of moves that way.
It does.
It moves from ugliness to beauty.
You're not ugly, Paul. Don't be ridiculous. I wouldn't be with you if you were ugly.
Dear. What are you doing?
Just touching you. It's appropriate.
Is that enough fabric softener?
I don't know.
Well, you washed
it. Actually, it's not as soft as it could be for a flannelette.
Does that mean I can wash myself with it? Isn't that a mini flannel?
It's just not working, Paul, that. No.
Isn't it a mini
flannel? It's not funny.
Flannelette.
LGBTQ plus rights. We want to talk a little bit about, because, people say, oh, the world today. No. The world today, gay people, trans people, lesbian, bi, queer, whatever you want to call it.
Questioning.
Oh yeah, the world today, it's much more free and... No. There are some countries in this world, because there's only one world where we live, that cannot do what we are doing now, cannot be free to say and do whatever they please and act however they please, for fear of death. I'm not joking. I don't want to get too political about it, but that's why we have the Pride events, to celebrate the fact that we are here. There's nothing we can do about how we are. It is not a choice. It is the way we were born.
And it's not something that can be corrected.
No.
Either.
And, we're very fortunate to be here now in this country, in the UK, that is relatively tolerant. Yeah, there are still haters. But some countries, yes, are getting better and better and better. And it is a more tolerant society. I hate that word tolerant.
Yeah, we shouldn't actually use the word tolerant.
But people do use it. But I hate that word.
Accepting,
more open. But there are plenty of places on this planet that are not. And very often it's down to strong religious beliefs that underpin certain beliefs. And it's also down to oppressive governments as well, that teach their populace how to behave towards other people. So, you know, we don't support that kind of behaviour.
I mean, if you think we're in a tolerant society in the UK, then all you need to do is look at the news this week about a lesbian couple who were on a bus, I think it was a bus, and they were effectively beaten up because they wouldn't kiss.
They wouldn't
or
perform in front of a group of young men.
Just absolutely ludicrous, you know, and
on so many levels.
This isn't just about one sexuality. This is about how people live their lives and choose to live their lives. And we must all be more accepting and kinder to people than we are currently, because kindness is absolutely key in a decent society. I was going to use moral then, but actually the word moral has been...
Well, it can be used.
It can be misused in so many ways. So I'm not going to say that, but in a good society, an accepting society, I'd love to not ever have to use the word tolerant again, because tolerant means that you are putting up with something, and that one shouldn't be putting up with things. We have to put up with politicians.
But also, the word is appropriate when actually you have to put up with and tolerate and be kind to ignorant people, bigoted people, because we do sometimes. You know, we can't be confrontational all the time. So we do have to tolerate certain people in society, including politicians, like those that support fox hunting, that are now in leadership race. But anyway, we just wanted to say that because June tends to be the month where people celebrate
diversity,
LGBTQ plus rights, basically, and pride. So we just wanted to highlight that because we're here doing what we do as part of the gay community. And even though we don't tend to march because we're not into large gatherings, we don't really do that, we don't like them. I personally find them, you know, quite intimidating.
That's large numbers of people.
Large numbers of people, not groups of gay people, obviously. Just any large number of people I don't like. But, you know, we're flying our flag in our own way, which is how it should be. We're all free to do the most appropriate flag flying we know that suits us.
I think there should just be a kindness flag. That's what there should be.
Well,
we should all have a kindness flag. Maybe I should start that. Maybe we should start that.
The Richard Paul kindness flag.
Yeah, where actually you wave a flag to say, not to say, but to show you've been kind to somebody. Not to say, it's not about saying.
How would that work?
I don't know. I need to think about it.
Maybe it would be a ribbon.
So I am going to, kindness. That's what I'm going to try and do from now on.
Does that mean I have to be kind to you?
Yeah, things may change over time. They may not, of course.
No, will get worse indeed.
Next!
Let's move on. That was our political bit. I can't... Clack, chack, clacka. Oh, yes.
Clacha, chacha, clacka.
Clacha, chaka, caca. Sunday chat next week will be Monday chat.
Monday chat!
Didn't you just know it? It will be Monday chat because we've got something going on the Sunday that requires our attention.
Full attention.
Full attention for the whole day.
So there will be no Sunday chat!
It'll be
Monday Monday chat.
Oh.
I do rather enjoy saying that now. Yeah.
Talking about LGBTQ plus rights and pride, we just wanted to mention we're delighted to see the new Netflix series Tales of the City, which is a continuation of the original series, which was in the 90s and the early noughties. Armistead Maupin's Tales of the City, back on Netflix. Delighted. Won't say anything more about it. If you've ever read the books, then you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
And if you haven't read the books, read them. Read the books. They're yeah. I actually had a few tears.
I did as
watching
well.
It last night.
Yeah, I did.
Especially
it was a nostalgic tear thing as well.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
It was. It. I mean, we've met very much over that period, I suppose, didn't we? Sort of early 90s, 93.
Well, the books were obviously rolling around for a long time before then, but the series came on. You introduced me to the books.
Yeah.
And then you suddenly noticed that several other people are reading the books as well.
It was one of those
on the tube
books that when you travelled on the tube,
you'd see somebody else.
At least one or two people in the carriage were reading it.
There must have been a book that came out around that time.
Yeah, I mean there was I think the third book came out around that time.
The third? It must have been further along than that.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it was.
So. Over here.
No, it was. It was further along than that.
Oh, there we are. We'll have an argument about it later. But yeah, a book came out, and it. I think it was most probably because there had been rumbles about Laura Linney doing the TV series.
Well, I think the series of books is quite big.
It's about 8 now.
And it starts with Tales of the City, and
more Tales of the City.
More Tales of the City. Further Tales of the City. Baby Cakes.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. We've probably not got the series in the right order there, but it goes on. So, you know, it's a great series. So if you get a chance to read them, do. And if you get a chance to watch the original series before the Netflix series, the new Netflix series will make a little bit more sense to you. Although it could probably stand up on its own.
Oh, it does. It does stand up on its own.
But there are certain things you wouldn't get immediately.
No. But
and you wouldn't feel the affection for Barbary Lane.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Would you?
But they do make it absolutely magical. That opening scene is it's
great.
Well, there's a party, and the party scene is lovely. Yeah.
So yes, Tales of the City on Netflix. Well worth it. Really great. Let's move on. Anything else to say? I'm back to work tomorrow. It's only 2.5 days, Richard. Only 2.5 days. That's my mantra. Instagram.
Oh, you've been on Instagram a lot.
We're on Instagram. Follow us. Follow us on Instagram. Now. Press those buttons now. We should have a button. Can we have a button? No, we can't link to Instagram, can we, on it?
I don't know what you can
Could do with a red button, couldn't we? Press the button now. Well, I thought it was a good idea. Paul, you've been at the Allotment.
Oh,
haven't you?
Mad May has turned into an even madder June. Just getting everything out of beds that need to come out of beds, and now putting everything, all the new seeds and seedlings and plants back into beds. So lot going on. Our tomatoes are out, our gigantes beans are out, Cheeky Prince, a whole load of stuff. And this weekend, later on today, I think there'll be collard greens, Brussels sprout and kale going out. So a lot going on, and it looks as though we're going to get more wet weather midweek. So I
Don't
want
look at
to
me.
get them in over the next couple of days so that the plants benefit from that rain when it comes, because rainwater is much more beneficial for plants than
I'll
tap
order the
water.
wet weather for this week.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah. So a lot going on. Very busy. Oh, and Vivi's Cocoa de Pampol, the second sowing has germinated really well, so I'm really pleased about that. Got some Rock and Core coming up as well, and I'm going to do more Trail of Tears beans from Rob, old garden guy. I think we've got about 8 of those that have come up, and I'm going to do more of those.
Lovely. Super duper.
And I need to sort the plot at the community gardens. So I think that will be a job today and tomorrow. Well, no, it won't be a job today and tomorrow because it's only a 3 metre by 3 metre plot. So it'll take me half a day to sort, but it's a concentrated half a day.
And I've got to spend about an hour in the garden tidying up after the storm yesterday.
Yeah.
Because everything just got blown about.
It fell on the rock rose,
Fell on the rock rose, the umbrella did, and also I've noticed that half of my crocosmia have been flattened.
Oh, no.
And they had plant supports.
Do you need more plant supports?
No, I've got 120.
Have you?
It's because you bought a load.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, too many.
I can have them at the plot.
Take them. Take them now.
No, leave them here.
And that's it, isn't it, really? We're going now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a lovely day.
Bye.
And take care.
Toodle pip. Are you going to say toodle pip?
No, you just said it for me. Have a lovely day, and
what are you going to do today?
I've already said goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.